Huh?
They voted it out.
They voted it out 17 minutes. Did they, so that mean they didn't vote for it?
They voted it in.
They voted it in. Okay, they voted it in, so that means they voted it in. The HP 666 bill that is under, the person who was lobbying this was the same person named Bill Pullman. No, let me get this right name. Bill Coleman. Bill Coleman, who was, in actuality, the same person who wrote the new crime bill. You see? He wrote the new crime bill, and that particular person that voted this particular thing in, so now they can break in your house. Well, hell, they was breaking in Negroes' houses anyway without a doggone search warrant. So now what you can think they're doing when it's legal. Right? Now that leads us to the Freaknik. Because the Freaknik, because we just was riding down and we heard a brother on the radio, he was telling about all the zones and stuff on the radio, but he was doing all this joking and stuff. You see, even though he was doing all this comedy stuff, so you can't, when you for warfare, you can't be doing joking, because even though the brother was serious bringing this information, the people take it light when you joking about these things. So, you know, he started using the comedian style to say this stuff, and the whole deal was, even though he was serious, there's a certain time you got to cut out bull jive. It's time to roll. You see? Now, that particular, he said that they got all this stuff locked down. Now, we do know now, based on Steve Coakley that came, what, 2 weeks ago, that said that the Negro Boule, which everybody should know your Negro Boule, them your Negroes, that's the advisors to the king, what's that, Sigma Pi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and I thought I brought the Boule list with me, the one for Atlanta. But if not, I'll give it to Sister Afriquita. She'll get it on the radio. And I don't think I brought it with me, but anyway, he went to the Boule convention last summer, and Vernon Jordan, who was the keynote speaker, was saying in his keynote speech that they're supposed to stop the Freaknik. So everybody thinking it's Bill Campbell. Now everybody thinking that Vernon Jordan and the Boule, and the Negro Boule, only thing they do is carry out the wishes of the white man. So if you know Vernon Jordan is who? The right-hand man to doggone Bill Clinton. You know, every time he on Bill Clinton on the boat, he got to take a token nigger with him, and the next thing he on the boat smiling too. So he's the right-hand man, and which is actually a tragedy, because he grew up right there in the Fair Street bottom. Now here's a brother grew up in the projects, you see, and loved the white man worse than the white man, better than the white man loves himself. See what I'm saying? So we know if he was the one that was going to the Boule to set the standard of what they was going to tell the mayor in Atlanta to stop the Freaknik, we know that the actual Freaknik came down, the orders came down from the White House. Now, why did the orders come down from the White House? Because for those particular people that have heard my shows, we talk about the African tribe, the Dogon, in Africa, that did this sacred dance, and that particular sacred dance that they do is supposed to get you out of your mess that you in. Everybody was waiting for this sacred dance. Well, the same time that they was doing the sacred dance in Africa, on April the 23rd, 1994, the black people was partying down. The Spirit made sure that the black people was partying down in Atlanta, because that's the western and the eastern horizon. So it scared the devil out the doggone white boy, and the white boy had to stop this thing. But they're using it now to lock down black people. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to do the first rush on the Freaknik, because they're going to let you know, despite all your doggone education and you think the white man loves you, that they're going to crack your doggone college students and your children in the head to let you know that this cracker saying we don't give a damn, a nigger is a nigger is a nigger is a nigger. And you better start learning this stuff right now. If you think that cracker love you, you understand what I'm saying? Okay now, just remember, he already did it before, so many thousands of times. So now, let's deal with some other things. First of all, I want to say a few things that's going down that you didn't understand. Back in 1991, the Atlanta Braves. Now, first of all, let me say this. Now, how can Bill Campbell go to Washington, D.C. a month ago and say that they're losing money because the Braves are not playing in town? And because of the Braves not playing, they're losing millions of dollars. And because Atlanta was so stupid to give up their star basketball player, he was big enough started the Boston Celtics to say, we got to have him. Dominique Wilkins, until now, they have what they call it, they don't have anybody. These seats are not even being sold in the Omni. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, they got whole sections that's closed down. So as far as the sports is concerned, the reason why he traveled, he said we least got to get the Braves going on. And all these mayors traveled, they said, because they supposed to have been losing money. Now, how in the devil are you supposed to be losing money, and you're going to turn down $22 million in 2 days in Atlanta, 3 days in Atlanta? That don't make no sense. Not unless that he's being run by the man. Now, you got to understand these particular Negroes, because remember now, Bill Campbell, the people who put him in that worked on his campaign was the college students. You see? But ultimately, you know that Bill Campbell ain't got no power. His job just like yours. You see? He ain't got no power. He got a boss just like Bill Clinton got a boss. Bill Clinton got about as much power as you. You see what I'm saying? So ultimately, we understand it didn't make a difference if the black people put him in. He understood he got to do what the cracker tells him to do. Check. Yeah. All right now. So now, we're dealing with, also with the Atlanta Braves. Remember about back in '91. The Indians, I'm going to show you the power that we got now.
We don't do that. About to do that, little mama ass black. About to do that, she'll work a couple nails, short as hell. Here go, here on scale, they short. Ain't no deep press on nails. She got a fly mouth, suck on hell. Dabble with the red tech in a blue vest. Had to check the pool for not banging correct. Clueless, bartender, screaming pyro. Niggas wanna try to pull your flag, check you like a bitch. Better check your man. Let a man up quick. Young boys, 14 got the sticks, don't take no shit. Gun on hit and turn to flips. Smoking that 8, stuck up shit. Mama never home, daddy. Out fucking hoes in the fucked up whip. Still a king, just raised with the fucked up shit. Yeah, I stuck that bitch on some fucked up shit. Slightly insane, 3 or 2 plus 5, 4. That shit is slow. You're the bitch boy trying to take my grip. You won't take my shit. You won't take my shit. You won't take my shit. Shout out to